Marauders, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to install Touratech upper crash bars on my 2025 BMW R1300 GS. Give you a look at the crash bars. Excellent product. Again, I think Touratech, I don't know for sure, I think they make certain components like the crash bars that are already on this bike. I think Touratech makes those already. These are the upper crash bars that are going to go approximately in this position. And to do that, the first thing I need to do is remove this light. We'll get right on it. I'll start pulling lights off. By the way, this is great coverage. I think you got a great shot at that light. So what do I have here? Torx 30, and there's a small, Torx 30 is on this side. There is a small nut on this side. I can't get anything on it. So let me try getting this torque. And of course I can't see or feel. So let me see if I can hold a nut on this back side. Hey, that worked pretty good. But bang. And then can I unplug this light? I'm not sure how to unplug it. You know how you plug it? Just pull hard on it. Okay, so the light's off, the wire's hanging. Now I'm not gonna show you, by the way, these are really nice lights. So I'm not gonna show you doing the other side. So the other thing is we have to pull these plastic rivets off. Well, it's a plastic rivet with a Torx head on it. But that is really strange. What's BMW doing to me here? Plastic rivet with a Torx head on it. Okay, I'll get you up higher. Oh, who's that guy on the TV? I'm gonna try to put a piece of tape on both sides so I don't scratch the body panel. I'm trying to get it off. Because I think it should just clear that wind deflector. If not, I got to take the wind deflector off, and I'm lazy. So this side's loose. And by the way, I bought these to do my Harley-Davidson. They're plastic ply bars. I really like them. I don't know if I'm going to use it though. Okay, let's try again. I'll pull up on this part. That worked really well. And you see these plastic pins are really good. And there's where they held on. Just cleared these wind deflectors. Leave it to BMW engineering. Okay, next up. So now this mounting bracket gets mounted like that. And it gets mounted so it goes forward on the bike and this flares out on the body panel. So I need to loosen those. I need to pull those off and mount this. And this gets done on both sides. I am going to put Loctite, and I think this was a Torx 27. Touratech gives you really nice hardware. Really nice hardware to mount it. Okay, the Loctite on 2 out of the 4 screws, and put the cap back on the Loctite. I should have done the other ones at the same time. I'm not going to tighten them up all the way. Okay, my phone is ringing. I'm going to jump to the other side. You would think this by the way, I'm wearing KTM and Harley-Davidson apparel in these videos because I don't have any BMW apparel. Paul Kissel, if he can get me BMW apparel. Okay, so this, without the light in there, we can see where this bracket's gonna go now. And I am gonna clamp it. Wow, I like that. That's clamped to that bracket, and I really like it. And I'm gonna use this tape to mark where it goes on the frame. And I would say that's where it goes on the frame. So I've marked it with tape, if you can see that. And now I'm gonna pull it off, and I'm gonna put on the frame, Touratech was nice enough to give us tape frame. I'm gonna put on the frame this really thick Touratech tape, which is meant to protect the crash bar. So the purpose of this tape is to protect the crash bar. I don't know how this is going to work. I did it the best I could. This crash bar from the new crash bar that's going to get clamped on. I'm going to clamp the Touratech bar back up here where it's going to go. I thought of this clamp. Isn't that nice? No one else has used a clamp like this. Rocky Balboa would say I invented it. I'm going to put one of these Torx 30 bolts that are about 1 inch long with a nut and a washer. I'm only going to do one. And I'm just going to get it started up in here. Put the washer on. Boy, and they said you need 2 people to do this. Just get a clamp. That's my biggest advice to people doing this. Get a clamp. That's worked really well. In fact, I'm going to put 2 up. Nylon nut. So we'll put another one up here, and I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. You know, I did it all wrong. So the reason you don't necessarily need, you have to put this crossbar in. So let me see if I can get the crossbar up there with the clamp on the bracket. Oh, maybe. Baby. That, I did get it to clamp. And I'll try to show you what it looks like. Oh, wow, that was awesome. Let me get one more on. That went really well. On the bottom, torque 45 bolt. Again, it's a real hefty bolt. Not the easiest thing to put on. And it hinges. This nut fits in a slot on the back. That's also a keeper for it, which is nice. And it hinges on the back. You see how that's working? It locks onto the back. Can you see that? So it locks on the back side of the mount, and then that goes in, it just threads in really nice. And it has, the bracket is the same size as the nut to hold the nut in place. So that is loosely in place. That went really well. Now let me give you a close-up. I'll give you a close-up of what this looks like. So can you see how that clamp is set up on there? That was a big, if you get anything out of this video, people, that was a big help to use that clamp. And then over here in the tape to mark it. And that's what this is going to look like when I'm done. The lighting bracket is really funky. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. And I'm even trying to get, all right, so that light should be mounted right there. Okay, I'm going to go do the other side, and I'll catch you when I got the other side. So I want to show you this again. I don't know if I showed it well enough. But here's the clamp that locks into the back side of the OEM crash bar. And the nut, nylon nut, locks into that. See how it's formed around it like a wrench? So it's a clamp and it's got a built-in wrench and it's really, really nice. This is a little tough getting it in there. You can hold it. I don't know if you can see it with my big paw in the way. I think what I'm gonna do is gonna clamp the center part first, clamp that into place. Then I'm gonna tighten the upper brackets in place, and then I'm going to tighten the lower brackets. That is what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to give you a visual of how this is going to work. And I don't like that because it's not centered. I want to get everything centered, and it's not. So now it is. And this one's going to be tough. I got to put a long extension on it to get to the other side. So that is really on there tight. And you see I want the brackets lined up. So I'm holding them, they're lined up, because I figure they're strongest when they're lined up. No, I don't like it, it's not lined up. So now they're lined up, that's much better. Okay, let me tighten the other side. This up carefully. Tape is a little out of alignment here, nothing I can do. This is really hard. Tape is a little out of alignment, but so this is where the existing light mount was, and it took me a while to figure out how these mounts work. There's, again, no direction, and these are Touratech light mounts. So this piece goes on the top of the bar. This piece, if my finger is the bar, this piece goes underneath and locks in like that, and then you bolt it from behind. Okay? Sound like a plan? Right here is where the stock lights were mounted. I kind of don't like seeing that bracket. I don't know that I have a choice, but I can always move it if I want. So for now, that's where it's gonna go. And I'm gonna use nut that they give you, an Allen bolt, I should say, not a nut. I'm gonna use a washer and then a 10mm nut on the back side of it to clamp it. And it's a 10mm nut, bada bing. I don't know how much of this you can see. And I wanna slide it into place. I wanna get it in the right location. You know, maybe I can hold it and ratchet it. Okay, so that's tight on there. Now, I'll take my light. Hopefully the stock light will fit. Stock light mount will fit on here. Oh, it fits nicely. Okay, so that fits. And you know what? I gotta plug it in first. I really like, okay, so that's plugged in. Do you see those new Lone Rider lights that are like, God, look like they belong on a police helicopter, the way they light up? And they're also indicators. They're like everything. Oh man, I'm loving that. All right, I'll show you on the other side how I lock it into place. Give you a view of how I lock this bracket into place on this side. So here's the bottom bracket. Let's get that back up there. The other side I couldn't take off. This one's gonna keep flopping on and off. I put the bolt, it's about, I would say it's about 3/4 inch bolt. Washer, 10mm nut. And then I'll tighten it up, put the light on like I did the other side. Again, I'm probably gonna have, if I put these lights, I don't know if they're $1,000 for that light. I might have to get a, put a guard on the light. And for some of them, you have to take this front beak off the bike again. So we may be seeing this come off in future videos. These little tabs are gonna go into these little metal clips here. So there's 1, 2, 5 in the front, five in the back on the side. I'm going to line the body panel up, and it almost clicks into place once you get the body panel lined up. Okay, so this clicked in. This one clicked in first. Let's line this body panel up. And you heard the 2 clicked in the front, boom, boom, and then the 3 clicked in there. And then I'm going to put the rivets. The beak is loose in the front. I'm going to put the rivets in underneath, putting them in blind. Oh man, guys, come on. Do those look nice? Okay, Marauders, I'm really happy. Touratech makes a quality product, and it really wasn't hard to put in. But you see, it's got about, I would say it's 3/8, a heavy 3/8 inch gap here, with maybe a 1/2 inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch around the back, and 1/2 inch down here. The tightest gap is up in here. That's a heater hose is rubbing against it. I think that should be fine, radiator hose. Again, this tightest spot is right there, but these are very solid. They're very solid upper crash bars. So I'm very happy with that. No scratches on the body molding. I'd recommend the Scotch tape if you do that. Also, that clamp underneath really worked out well. Give you a look at how things turned out underneath. There's that cross piece, that crossbar going across, if you can see that. I think we got to see if the lights go on. There they go. Bam! Don't they? So the lights are on. Actually, the angle looks good. And I'm really happy. Really happy. I'm really happy with the way that turned out. Beautiful motorcycle. Touratech upper crash bars. This was a complete installation. I think it's the most complete installation online to see it, because it also includes remounting those OEM lights. That's an option on the bike. I think it turned out really well. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. Quality project. Quickly, things I have to do left. I have the bar risers that came with the bike with this off-road package. I'm gonna raise it up a little bit over 1 inch. I'm gonna do that. I have to put on the soft pannier bags on the back, and I think a set of foot pegs, and I'm done. I am gonna put I like to put bumpers, plastic pieces on these crash bars to protect them. Now, the odds of this crash bar actually being put to use is slim. If I do ride it off trail, I think these will protect this area, and then it will hit there. But if there's a rock on the trail or a stump or a sidewall on a trail, it could hit this portion of the bike, and I want to protect it. Otherwise, guys, that's it. Please consider subscribing to the channel. I hope to see you on the trail. Ride safe and in peace. God bless you. She's a beauty. In case I didn't explain it well enough, the reason I went with the black panniers is because every pannier racks, everything, the grab holds on here are black, the footrest, only the muffler is chrome on the back of the bike. And I didn't want to detract from it's not chrome, but the stainless steel crash bars in the front in this working. So I like that the black panniers fade out. I don't know if I mentioned that in that video. She looks great.